Forgive me, friends, for I have sinned. It has been 2 weeks since my last injection. I feel like I need to go to confession or something at this point. So welcome back, my friends. I am Cheryl, and this is my channel where I have been documenting my weight loss journey with all of you for the past 19 and a half months, losing 75 pounds thus far on Zepbound, a GLP-1 that I have been injecting for, I don't even know where we're at, 90-ish weeks, 85 weeks, I don't know. I stopped mathing a long time ago, but I have been taking tirzepatide here for the entire duration of my weight loss journey, with the exception of 2 vacations and these past 2 weeks where I stopped my medication to have a colonoscopy. So let's chat for a little while about this past week, shall we? So yes, 75 pounds, my friends. It was 77 and we are right back to 75. I have gained 2 pounds. And the first couple of days I was like, whatever, it's probably just, all of the liquid that I had. And then I kept getting on the scale, and every day the scale would go up. And this morning when I got on the scale, I was up again. And that was a hard one. I was really, really frustrated, really, really upset. So last Friday when I weighed in, I was 142.8. And then on Saturday, I was actually 142. So I was pretty excited. This morning, I was 144.8. I was so upset and discouraged this morning. I was talking to the nurse that I work with, who's been on this journey with me, and she was like, it's still, you're bloated and you have all of the water, the retention. I don't know. I just wasn't buying it, because I actually was starting to think that, like, yeah, I did eat more, and I feel like I totally ate differently this week. So I don't know. I'm just feeling a little right now for like not starting the medication again immediately, although I was advised by my pharmacist. So if you don't know, I've told you guys before, I have like one medical group, and within that group, they employ a pharmacist, and that pharmacist is who I talk to on a regular basis. And she told me to stop the medication and to stop it until the following time that I would normally take it, which used to be Friday night, and then it was Saturday night. I'm going to take it actually tonight. Tonight is Friday. I'm going to take it tonight in just a little bit to get kind of back on track. And I'm going to be taking 10 milligrams instead of 12.5, which is where I had been, but she wants me to go down for a week. But I definitely was feeling a little bit more hungry. So yeah, I'm trying to like just relax. So I did go to my friend ChatGPT, and I typed in like, I had a colonoscopy on Monday and I'm 2 pounds up. Like, what is going on? So this is what ChatGPT had to say, and it made me feel just a little bit better. So she said it's actually, is it she or is it he or is it they or is it it? Like, I don't know. When I'm talking about something like that, I always say she. So ChatGPT says it's a common question after a colonoscopy, and it usually isn't real weight gain. After a colonoscopy, being up 1 to 3 pounds for a few days can happen for a few reasons: rehydration and water retention. And I'm thinking to myself, how could I be dehydrated? I drank 32 ounces, 64 ounces, 32 ounces on Sunday and 32 ounces, like as fast as it's just, I can't believe how fast I had to drink that in an hour. I never drank that fast. I drank 32 ounces on Monday, but I also was just like going to the bathroom and getting rid of it. So you were likely a bit dehydrated from the prep. Once you started eating and drinking again, your body held on to the extra fluid to rebalance. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Your intestines were completely emptied before the procedure. As soon as you eat normally again, food waste and fluid starts filling your GI tract again. That alone can add 1 to 3 pounds. So again, that made sense. Sodium intake after the procedure. So if your first meals after the colonoscopy were a bit salty, like soup and crackers, you might be retaining water from that. I told you guys what I made Monday when I came home from the hospital. I did, in fact, make chicken soup, and my husband stopped and bought a loaf of bread on the way home, and I did have some bread with butter because I kind of felt like that would absorb, I don't know, bile in my stomach. I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea. And then mild inflammation or slow digestion. The procedure and the anesthesia can cause your gut to slow down for a day or two, which we're already doing on a GLP-1, so things don't move through it as quickly. Also, I did have fluid. You can see, okay, I'm still all bruised. The nurse was very, very sweet, and she's like, "Oh, that's a great vein." When she put the needle in, she said, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "What?" She said, "I hit a valve." Never heard that before, but I do have a really nice bruise to go along with it. So I had a whole thing of fluids as well. So I don't know. Oh, sorry. It's been a week. I don't know if I'm just being like too hard on myself, but I was so disappointed because in my head I was like, awesome, I'm having a colonoscopy. I'm going to go to the bathroom and completely cleanse out. And in my head, I'm like, this will be a great way to lose a pound or two. I don't know. But I also did, maybe I just like was convincing myself of this, but I was starting to convince myself all week that like, you're really eating more. Like you're hungrier, you're eating more. It must be because of the medication. You're not taking the medication. You need to stop eating. So I started writing down like what I ate this week. So I was like, yeah, I definitely ate more on Tuesday. So Tuesday I did an what I eat in a day video for you guys, which I think you saw today. So that was my Tuesday. That was the day that I thought like I ate so much. I don't know, did I eat that much? I had that smoothie that was left over from my sons, and that wasn't even full. Then when I got to work, I had a banana, and then I ate a bar. But it was a snack bar. It wasn't even a real, like when I started thinking about these things, I'm like, all right, calm down. It was a snack bar. It wasn't even a real bar. And then I had my chicken salad sandwich for lunch. I mean, it's a quarter of a pita pocket. And then I had dinner that night. I had chicken piccata, a little bit of mashed potatoes, some carrots, and some Mexican street corn. And then that's the night that I made the apple salad. But I only ate the 2 bites that I showed you guys. That was all I ate that night. So, like, in my head, I was like, oh my God, you ate so many things. But it was a snack bar, and I didn't actually eat the apple salad. Sorry, not the chicken salad. The apple salad. I didn't eat that Tuesday. So I was like, as I was writing it out for you guys, I was like, oh my God, relax. Like maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. When I got home from the hospital on Monday, I had the soup and then I had some Jello. So that's like all I ate on Monday, but I did have the 2 pieces of bread. Wednesday for dinner. So Wednesday I had iced coffee with my regular coffee, a banana, apple salad, and I mean, it was in a ramekin, so it's like 4 ounces. Apple salad, the other quarter of a pita, and then what did I make for dinner that night? Did I make pasta this week? No, that was last week. I have absolutely no idea what I did for dinner this week. I feel like I'm like losing my mind at this point, guys. My head is just, by the end of the week, I start to get to be like a little mushy. I don't know what I made. Steak tips was the night before last. Chicken piccata. Wow. I have no idea. Maybe steak tips, maybe not. I'm not sure anymore. So yeah, I don't know. The more I like talk about it, the better I kind of feel about it. But I will be going back on the medication tonight. Um, I just came home, made dinner today. It was a crazy week. My One of my bosses was out twice this week. My coworker was out twice this week. So it just made it a little bit like today. I didn't even take a lunch. I brought a peanut butter and jelly because I was kind of out of everything. And I was not feeling yogurt. And I think in my head, I was like, whatever, I've already like kind of ruined the week with the 2 pounds. But I'm trying to talk myself off this ledge. Can you tell? I really don't think I did that bad. So I don't know if I was just like trying to convince myself that I needed the medication and that the medication was my crutch and that I was overeating without it, but I really wasn't. I made all of the same choices. Oh, I had some cake this week. My dad dropped off some like pre-sliced cake from the grocery store. So it was in like a package. It was 8 slices of cake. And my favorite, like of all time of everything, is vanilla, if you guys haven't figured that out. So it was vanilla cake with like vanilla frosting, and they were cut into like, it was like pound cakey pieces. And I almost died, guys, when he ever brought this in the house. It was like a gift. And my son had brought it home and said, Pop gave this to us. It was $7.99. My dad came over to my house later on, and I was like, tell me that you did not purchase this. And he had gotten it from a friend who I guess works at the grocery store or something. But $7.99 for 8 slices of cake. What is this world coming to? $7.99? Are you kidding me? And he's like, but it's so good. And I did have a piece of it. It was fine, but it wasn't, oh my God, so good. And it was not worth $7.99. Don't go buy grocery store cake. Make your own cake if you want something, or make that apple salad. Because I'll tell you, I'm putting together my grocery list right here. Where's my grocery list? I can't find anything today. Here's my grocery list for the week. And I have apples on it again. I am making that apple salad. That apple salad is probably one of my favorite things that I have made yet on this journey for like yummy, high protein. It is so good. I don't think I really would have thought about mixing the melted peanut butter with the yogurt. I've done PB2 before, but it was so good. That apple salad, I am obsessed. And definitely the way to go would be the mini M&Ms. I mean, mini M&Ms would work too. But the mini semi-sweet chocolate, the next day, it wasn't mushy, but it had softened just a little bit, the chocolate chips, and the mini chocolate chips were like perfect. I feel like regular chocolate chips would have been too much in it, but it was so good and it was so easy. Chop up an apple. I've seen people do them thinly sliced. Some Greek yogurt. I like vanilla. Some melted peanut butter. I just did like a tablespoon and a half melted peanut butter. I sprinkled some chocolate PB2 in it because I'm extra, and just like not even a tablespoon, like I don't know, a teaspoon of mini M&Ms. Oh my God, it was so good. I was going to make it tonight, but I have been promising my son that we would go for frozen custard. So I told him as soon as this video was done, I would take him. My niece, who I did the applesauce with a couple of weeks ago that you guys saw, and my sister-in-law are like the town bakers. They have a little farm stand at their house, and they bake all kinds of sweets and treats. And they have collaborated with Meadows Frozen Custard, the custard place that opened in our town. And my sister-in-law and niece have their apple crisp and a pumpkin brookie in the store, and they've made it into 2 flavors of the custard. Those would not be my favorite. I prefer the gelati, which is a like icy freeze, and the vanilla custard, and I just get a kitty cup of that. It's like a layer of each, and I kind of put it together. and it's a little bit healthier with the icy one than the full on custard. So I like that. So yeah, I am going to do that with my son because I have been promising him since we heard that they had collaborated. And obviously I want to support my niece and sister-in-law because that was a pretty big deal. That was pretty cool that they've collaborated with this local business. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to like relax for a minute and see what's going on. Maybe it's really not as big of a deal as I think it is. And now that like I started saying it out loud with you guys, I think it's a lot less. I don't know. I just feel like in my head, probably because I never eat breakfast and because I had that like a couple of days where I ate more than one thing in the morning. um, I don't know, but my body was also had like kind of gone through a lot and everything. So we shall see. I shall see what the week is going to bring. I am trying to put together my meal plan so I can do my groceries for next week. My son has asked for Korean sloppy joes. So I will probably do that for him. My oldest has asked for manicotti, and I bought the stuff for that last week and I didn't make it yet. So I will probably do that. And then I was like looking through my reels and stuff, and I had saved this recipe for a like Tuscan sausage soup. So I think I'm going to try to do that because I have, I think, all of the ingredients except for baby spinach. That's on my list. And I need some more carrots. But I have like all of the bulk main ingredients. And then I'll do some type of a chicken. Tomorrow, we're going to be at fall show at my son's school like all day, and my son is working all day. And one of his favorite things, I think I've showed you guys my Dutch oven stew. I usually use like, I make like a beef tip, but I usually use stew beef. I bought really expensive sirloin strips the other day, like Angus, $60, and they were terrible. They were so tough. So I'm thinking if I use those, because I still have some, and I put those in the Dutch oven for the whole day, it's going to break that down a little bit. So I'm going to do that, I think, tomorrow. So that way when my son gets home from his first real 8-hour shift, although he did work 8 hours at school every day this week and he's exhausted. But tomorrow when he gets home from that, he'll have his favorite dinner. We'll be ready. So I think I'm going to do that for tomorrow. And then I still have to come up with like one more thing or something, but we shall see. So that's kind of my plan for the week. I don't think I'm going to do a grocery haul or anything because like I said, he's got fall show this weekend and we're going to go there on Sunday and see all of their hard work and everything that the school has been putting together. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take a deep breath, relax, go have a little bit of custard, do my shot when I come home, and then we're just going to reset for next week and continue to make good choices and stay on the path. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. If this is for some weird reason, the first time that you're stumbling here, thank you for being here. We're thrilled to have you. I would love it if you would hit that button, subscribe, like, comment, share, do all of the things and continue. Oh, while I'm talking about it, guys, thank you so much. We hit 5,000 subscribers this week. That was like crazy to me. I'm so excited. So thank you all. I know I don't always get to respond to every comment, but just know that I do read every single comment. And I know that you guys are all here and that you're all supporting me and that you're all encouraging me. And I'm doing the same from here for each and every one of you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love and adore each and every one of you. I will see you guys real soon. And remember, my friends, when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. Bye.